gonna get started now. The temperature's about 93, but what a wonderful day. The temperature doesn't mean anything when we waited 2 years for this bridge to be open, and it's finally coming so close. It's so close that we're gonna take today to dedicate it to something that happened almost 30 years ago. Back in 1989, April, Dina Lugos was crossing the railroad crossing and she was killed. Guess what? That ain't never ever gonna happen again. This beautiful woman next to me is her mother, Barb Lugos. Okay, we got a bunch of people here. I have to mention some names. I have to talk that we have Nick Costanderas here, who's our Summit County Councilman, Trustee Paul Buscher, Connie Cross from Summit County, Michael and Michelle DeBrose, who were high school students with Dina, and they helped me make all of this happen. In fact, Michael's friend got the signs made for us, so they were no charge to the city, and he did a great job. Mike, what was his name again?
Cordino.
Cordino. Thank you for doing that. We also have Melissa and Jim Ficiano, Morgan Ficiana, Barb and Renee Toda. I'm sorry if I'm messing these up, but it's hard to read. Dave DeLugos, come on up here. Kevin Waldron, Laura Sperano, Rita Darrow, our councilperson from Macedonia, representing our council. Don't forget, this kind of thing cannot happen unless you have an agreement with all the council people in the city to help let us go forward and fund this venture. We also have Rosalie Corn here. Rosalie Corn was our councilwoman at one time. We have Dave Sutton, Diana Hendernot. I'm sorry if I can't read some of these names. Maybe we should have had you print them. Diane Hendershot. Help me with this. Right here. Marie Scala. Bill Mock. Mary Ann DeLugos. Richard DeLugos. Melissa Carpenter. Olivia Carpenter. Heather Struck. Judge Heather Judd. Joanne Sperano. Okay, that one we can't read. Brian Schumann. Sava. I want to take this opportunity to tell you how lucky I am as a mayor, because you have to work with ODOT. And Sava is here from ODOT, and Sava is the main man. Sava, put your hand up. When Ledge Road closed, I called Sava and I said, "Oh, Sava, we got trouble. We only got one road going through town." And at that time, the bridge was going to open on August 13th. Because of Sava, because of the Scala Brothers and Kenmore Construction, this bridge is within days of opening, not August 13th, days. We have just some final little things like to stripe it, put some lights up, and it'll be open. Great job to Sava, great job to the Scala Brothers and Kenmore Construction. I don't know, I'll tell you what, you always hear about government and taking slow and not working as fast as possible. They're proof that we can make it happen as soon as possible. This was a lot of work, but look at it. It's beautiful. What an honor to be standing here after all the negotiations, after all the contracts, after all the things that had to be done. And today it's here. All right. We missed a couple of people. We have people here from Treasurer Frank LaRosa's office. We also have people from our Congressman Dave Joyce. They couldn't make it today, but the Congressman called me on the phone 2 days ago to tell me how happy he is for us that this has happened. Okay, here we go. Whereas a tragic car accident on Highland Road took the life of Dina DeLugos on April 6, 1989 at the young age of 18. Whereas the new Highland Road Bridge will play a significant part in the elimination of such fatal accidents ever occurring again. And whereas Dina DeLugos and family are longtime residents of the city of Macedonia, it is the desire of the mayor and the council to remember their daughter Dina by dedicating the Highland Road Bridge in her name. Now therefore I, Donald Cookta, Mayor of the city of Macedonia, Ohio, do hereby proclaim the new Highland Road Bridge as the Dina DeLugos Memorial Bridge. This 19th day of July 9th. Okay, now, if we can turn your attention over here.
Uh-oh, I gotta get there. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Please.
Sharon, stay up here while you take a seat. How about them apples? We're all joyous that this kind of occasion can happen, but if I could just have a moment of silence for Dina so we can all say hi to her in our minds and tell her we really remember her almost 30 years later. A moment of silence. Thank you very much. Now, let me have Tracy Pastor come up here. Let's cut the ribbon on this one, Barb. And then Tracy, we're gonna have you come up. Come on, Barb.
Hold up.
No, come on. Come on. I want
Can I have all the elected officials, all the Macedonia people? Joe, come on. Rosalie, come on. You're part of this.
Excuse me.
Our police, our fire chief, let's get everybody in this.
Excuse me.
Because this is a team effort. This isn't just one guy. One, two, three, four. Tracy Pastor, where are you? Oh. right, here we go. Tracy Pastor is the husband of a patrolman, Gary Pastor.
Yeah.
Patrolman Gary Pastor goes back to, I think, 1986, that we lost him in the line of duty. And because this bridge was being built, we had to build a new road just south of us here. We were gonna walk over there, but I think everybody died in this, so we're gonna cut the ribbon for that road right here, if that's all right with you, Tracy. All right,
Yeah. Come on, David.
I had the exact date that it was May 1986, is that right? You know, my brain's frying, I'm sorry. It's so hot out here. All right, so I would like to read a proclamation. Whereas, in the early morning of May 15, 1986, Macedonia police officer Gary Pastor tragically died in the line of duty, and whereas Officer Gary Pastor left behind 2 children and wife Linda and a legacy of good trade citizenship to this community, whereas Gary Pastor, a good officer, was courteous and considerate of the welfare of others, performing the duties of his office faithfully and efficiently. Now therefore, be it resolved that the cul-de-sac right around the corner is now going to be called Pastor Court, and it is hereby placed to serve as a reminder in a lasting, living memorial tribute to Officer Gary Pastor. Be it further resolved that this certificate be presented to his wife and family, and the mayor's heartfelt thanks. All right, now let's do the same thing for Gary that we did for Dina. Let's let them know in our minds and in our hearts that we're still thinking of them. Let's take a moment of silence. Thank you very much. If you would, before you go, take a look at the street sign right around the corner that says Pastor Court. All right, folks, let me cut the ribbon and we can have some refreshments. Okay, everybody, we got a tent set up. Vic Sohar, one of our local businessmen, was kind enough to allow us to use his property and offer refreshments for you by the tent on his property. And we were just joined by Senator Frank LaRose from the state of Ohio. Thanks, Frank. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Ever-present camera. I'm not yet.
Man, I know you got a
Don.
I appreciate that.
There you go.